Success is not a destination, it is a journey filled with struggles, failures, heartbreaks, and most importantly, lessons. Many believe success is measured by wealth, fame, or social status, but true success, it is about becoming the best version of yourself and inspiring others along the way. I know what it feels like to be broken, to watch dreams crumble, to feel like the world has given up on you. But in those moments, we have a choice, either to surrender or to rise. And trust me, greatness is born in those moments when you decide to rise despite the odds. Let me share with you 6 habits that will make you truly successful. Failure is often seen as the opposite of success, but in reality, it is an essential part of the journey toward greatness. Every person who has ever achieved something remarkable has faced failure, sometimes repeatedly. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not the absence of failure, but the willingness to learn from it and keep moving forward. Failure is not a dead end. It is a detour, redirecting you towards something greater. Think about a child learning to walk. They stumble, fall, and sometimes even get hurt. But do they ever decide to stop trying? No, they get back up again and again until they master the art of walking. If a child can show such resilience, why can't we? The problem is that as we grow older, we start fearing failure because society teaches us that it is something to be ashamed of. We hesitate to take risks, fearing judgment, rejection, or embarrassment. But the truth is, those who embrace failure are the ones who ultimately succeed. Every failure carries a lesson. When something doesn't go as planned, it forces us to reflect on what went wrong. It helps us refine our strategies, rethink our decisions, and grow stronger. Thomas Edison, when asked about his multiple failed attempts at inventing the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset is what separates achievers from those who give up. They don't see failure as a reason to quit. They see it as an opportunity to learn. Resilience is built through failure. The more setbacks you face, the stronger you become. Each challenge teaches you patience, perseverance, and adaptability, qualities that are essential for long-term success. If everything in life came easily, we would never grow. Struggles shape us, failures strengthen us, and disappointments push us to work harder. Failure also makes success more meaningful. Imagine if you achieved everything you wanted without ever facing an obstacle. Would success feel as rewarding? The challenges and failures you experience along the way make your achievements more valuable because you know how much effort, pain, and dedication it took to get there. Gratitude is one of the most powerful yet underestimated habits that can transform the way we experience life. It is not just about saying thank you when something good happens. It is a mindset, a way of seeing the world that shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have. In a society that constantly pushes us to chase more success, more money, more achievements, it is easy to overlook the blessings that surround us every day. But the truth is, happiness and fulfillment do not come from having everything. They come from appreciating what we have. When we practice gratitude, we train our minds to see the positive aspects of life, even in difficult times. It does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending that hardships do not exist. Instead, it means recognizing that despite struggles, there is always something to be thankful for, whether it is the love of family, the support of friends, the lessons learned from failure, or simply the fact that we are alive and breathing. There is always a reason to be grateful. The more we focus on these blessings, the less space we leave for negativity, frustration, and disappointment. Gratitude is also a powerful force that strengthens relationships. When we express appreciation for the people around us, it creates deeper connections and fosters kindness. A simple acknowledgement of someone's efforts, a heartfelt thank you, or a moment of recognition can uplift others and make them feel valued. In return, this positivity reflects back on us, creating a cycle of encouragement and goodwill. Moreover, gratitude has the ability to change our perspective on success and failure. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks, we begin to see them as opportunities for growth. We learn to be grateful for the lessons hidden within difficulties, understanding that every obstacle brings wisdom and resilience. This mindset allows us to face challenges with greater strength, knowing that even in our struggles, there is something valuable to gain. Scientific studies have also shown that gratitude improves mental and physical well-being. It reduces stress, increases happiness, and even strengthens the immune system. People who practice gratitude regularly tend to experience greater life satisfaction, not because they have more, but because they appreciate what they have. Living with gratitude does not require grand gestures. It starts with small moments of appreciation. It is about noticing the beauty in everyday life, cherishing the people who stand by us, and recognizing that even in imperfection, life is still a gift worth celebrating. Self-belief is the foundation of every great achievement. It is the inner voice that tells you, yes, you can, even when the world says otherwise. Without it, even the most talented individuals struggle to reach their full potential. But with unshakable self-belief, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. It is not arrogance or overconfidence. It is the deep understanding that you are capable, worthy, and strong enough to overcome any challenge that comes your way. The biggest enemy of self-belief is doubt. Doubt creeps in when you face failure, when people criticize you, or when things do not go as planned. But doubt is nothing more than fear disguised as logic. It makes you question your abilities, your dreams, and your worth. However, those who achieve greatness are not the ones who never experience doubt. They are the ones who refuse to let it control them. They push forward despite their fears because they trust in their ability to figure things out along the way. Self-belief is built through action. No one is born with unlimited confidence. It is developed over time by proving to yourself that you can handle challenges. Every small success, every step forward, and every lesson learned adds to your confidence. The more you act despite fear, the stronger your belief in yourself becomes. On the other hand, if you constantly wait for the perfect moment or let fear hold you back, self-doubt only grows stronger. The key is to take action, even if you are unsure, and trust that you will learn and adapt along the way. Another important aspect of self-belief is refusing to let other people define your worth. There will always be those who doubt you, criticize you, or try to bring you down. If you let their opinions shape your reality, you will never reach your potential. True confidence comes from within, not from external validation. You must be your own biggest supporter, even when no one else believes in you. Self-belief is what allows ordinary people to achieve extraordinary things. It is what pushes athletes to break records, entrepreneurs to build empires, and dreamers to turn their visions into reality. No one else can give you self-belief. You must cultivate it within yourself. It starts with changing your mindset, taking action despite fear, and refusing to let failures or setbacks define you. When you believe in yourself without limits, the world opens up with endless possibilities. Discipline is the driving force behind success. While motivation may inspire you to start, it is discipline that keeps you going when the excitement fades. Many people rely on motivation to take action, waiting for the perfect moment when they feel like doing something. But the truth is, motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like a wave, influenced by emotions, circumstances, and external factors. If you depend on motivation alone, you will struggle to stay consistent. Discipline, on the other hand, is a habit. It is the ability to do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. Success is not built on moments of inspiration, but on daily habits and routines. Athletes do not train only when they feel motivated. They train every day because they are disciplined. Writers do not wait for creativity to strike. They write consistently, knowing that discipline creates progress. Entrepreneurs do not build businesses based on temporary bursts of energy. They show up, make decisions, and take action every single day. Discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up when things get difficult. The key to discipline is commitment. It means making a decision to do something and sticking to it even when it is uncomfortable or inconvenient. It is about setting a goal and following through, no matter how many distractions or excuses arise. There will be days when you feel tired, uninspired, or frustrated. There will be moments when giving up seems easier than pushing forward. But discipline is the voice in your head that reminds you why you started in the first place. It is the force that keeps you moving forward, even when every part of you wants to stop. Building discipline takes practice. It is not something you are born with, it is something you develop through repetition and consistency. The more you push yourself to stay disciplined, the easier it becomes. Small daily habits like waking up early, sticking to a schedule, and following through on commitments strengthen your ability to stay focused. Over time, discipline becomes second nature and success becomes inevitable. Motivation may give you a spark, but discipline keeps the fire burning. The most successful people in the world are not the most motivated, they are the most disciplined. They understand that results come from consistent effort, not occasional bursts of enthusiasm. If you want to achieve greatness, do not rely on motivation. Train yourself to be disciplined, and success will follow. The people you surround yourself with have a powerful influence on your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success. If you want to grow, achieve greatness, and reach your full potential, you must be intentional about the company you keep. Surrounding yourself with growth-oriented people, those who inspire, challenge, and push you to become better, creates an environment where success becomes inevitable. The reality is that we absorb the energy, beliefs, and habits of those around us. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, make excuses, and settle for mediocrity, you will eventually adopt the same mindset. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with ambitious, hardworking, and positive individuals, their drive and determination will rub off on you. Growth-oriented people encourage you to think bigger, aim higher, and push beyond your limits. They do not let you stay in your comfort zone. Instead, they challenge you to evolve. One of the key benefits of being around growth-minded individuals is accountability. When you are surrounded by people who are constantly working towards their goals, you feel a sense of responsibility to do the same. They will not let you slack off or settle for less than your potential. Instead, they will remind you of your goals, challenge your excuses, and support you in staying on track. Having a strong support system filled with individuals who genuinely want to see you succeed makes all the difference in staying consistent and disciplined. Another crucial aspect of surrounding yourself with the right people is exposure to new perspectives and ideas. Growth-oriented individuals are always learning, seeking knowledge, and exploring new possibilities. Engaging with them expands your thinking, introduces you to new strategies, and helps you see opportunities that you might have otherwise missed. Conversations with such people ignite creativity, encourage problem solving, and open doors to collaborations and partnerships that can accelerate your success. It is important to evaluate your current circle and ask yourself, are these people pushing me forward or holding me back? Are they supporting my growth or keeping me stuck? If the answer is not positive, it may be time to distance yourself from negativity and seek out those who inspire progress. Success is not just about what you do, but also about who you do it with. When you build a network of individuals who share your hunger for growth, you create an environment where success is not just a possibility, but a guarantee. True success is not just about achieving personal goals or accumulating wealth. It is about making a difference in the lives of others. Being a source of light means uplifting, inspiring, and guiding those around you, even when you are facing your own struggles. It is about using your experiences, knowledge, and energy to bring positivity into the world. When you choose to be a source of light, you do not just create success for yourself, you help others rise with you. One of the most powerful ways to impact others is through kindness. A simple act of encouragement, a word of support, or a small gesture of compassion can change someone's day and sometimes even their life. People carry unseen burdens, and your words or actions might be the only light they experience in a moment of darkness. When you make a conscious effort to lift others up, you create a ripple effect. One act of kindness leads to another, and before you know it, you have created a cycle of positivity that extends far beyond what you can see. Being a source of light also means sharing your journey, including both successes and failures. Many people are struggling in silence, feeling like they are alone in their challenges. When you openly share your struggles, lessons, and breakthroughs, you give others hope. You show them that setbacks are not the end, but rather stepping stones to something greater. Your story can be the inspiration someone needs to keep going, to believe in themselves, and to push through their hardships. Another way to bring light into the world is by empowering others. Teach, mentor, and support those who are trying to find their path. Instead of keeping knowledge to yourself, pass it on. Help others unlock their potential, just as someone once helped you. There is no greater feeling than seeing someone succeed because of the encouragement or guidance you provided. Success multiplies when it is shared, and real fulfillment comes from knowing that you played a part in someone else's growth. In a world that can sometimes be filled with negativity, be the person who spreads hope. Lead by example, radiate positivity, and be a source of strength for those who need it. The legacy you leave behind will not be measured by what you accumulated, but by the lives you touched. When you choose to be a source of light, you transform yourself in the process. Success is not just about personal achievements. It is about the impact you leave on others. When you choose to be a source of light, you create a world where kindness, encouragement, and positivity become unstoppable forces. So never underestimate the power of your words, your actions, and your presence. Someone, somewhere, needs the light that only you can give. Keep shining, keep uplifting, and remember, true success is not measured by how high you rise, but by how many people you bring up with you.